I want to give you a few little hints, tips, and secrets to creating a space that you absolutely love. It is not a style, it doesn't have a label, it's all you. If you have had enough scrolling on Pinterest, looking through things, trying to pinpoint a label, a style, and it just doesn't work, then this is for you. A process that I go through with some clients and a process that I have been through myself over the years. And I am so excited to share this because I feel like this is a game changer. No more in Pinterest scrolling, looking for a specific style or a specific label. We are talking about the way you feel. One of the ways that I help to decorate spaces, or even in my own home, is always take it back to the way you want to feel. Walking into a space, you've walked into spaces before, and you know that it feels nice. It feels a certain way. It feels moody, it feels cozy, it feels bare, like it feels something. This is intentional, usually if it is a designed space. Hi everyone, I'm Jade. I'm an interior designer, decorator, and stylist here in Australia, and I love making spaces feel amazing. I use DIY, I use thrift shopping, along with some cool little hints and tips. So if that is something that is of interest to you, I would love you to subscribe, and let's get into the rest of this video. Helping you to create a home or a space that truly feels like you is my biggest goal in life. Whether it's refreshing a space or renovating, inspiring you to actually look within yourself and make sure that the space ends up feeling the way you want it to feel, not necessarily the style or label, but when you walk into the space, you want to feel something, and that's where I want to get you to. So let's make a space that you absolutely love. Looking at these spaces, these rooms, each one has an intentional vibe, mood, look, whether it is super minimal and office-like. Let's go around. And so we have a minimal office lunchroom. Has a certain feel, good or bad, anyway. One of my goals in life is to change all these break rooms into feeling like cozy, relaxing spaces. The next one across is a foyer of an office. They wanted it to feel sophisticated and but friendly and soft, and we have achieved that with different layers and textures and lighting and etc. But that has a really specific look and feel, and that was very intentional. Next one around is a bedroom that's really cozy. It's very like luxe, lots of layers, very pink and girly, but it has a feeling. This person would want to feel a certain way, which is why we have done it. It doesn't have a label. What can you call that? Pink? Anyway, next one around is a super soft living room, and that has a wall texture. That's really cool. I love this room. Layers, textures, but in a certain way that we're going to talk about. And then the next one is a bathroom with really cool green tiles, and that has a certain feel with the white sink and tapware, with the timber. That's just got a certain look and feel. So let's go into some of the ways that we can get here. So before picking colors, furniture, or any accessories, there is something that you really need to sit and figure out, and that is the words and the feeling that you are trying to achieve. Now, some people get really stuck on words. I have a whole list that I will share that you can go through. When feelings and emotions are put into words, we know where we're trying to get to. We're not popping up photos going, what should I put here? And what should I put there? And what color should I do this? You're trying to achieve a specific feeling in your space. No one else's, your space. And so when I go into homes or when I chat to friends or consults or whatever, that is usually something I ask, do you know what you want to feel in the space? And if they say, oh, not really, then we know that's our starting point. So here we are at the starting point. So words that help with a feeling can be from a holiday, a memory, a hobby, an experience. All sorts of words can come to you and be used. So some words may be grounded, warm, inviting, or timeless. People throw timeless around a lot, and so going in and researching and understanding the meaning of each of these words is really important also. So here is a big list. If you don't know where to start here, because you will easily cross out or tick a word if you want it to feel that in that space or in your home or wherever. I will create a PDF in the link below. In the description box, there will be a PDF for you to download, have a look through, save it for later, send it to a friend. If you have a friend that keeps saying, oh, I need to buy this and I want to buy this, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to feel, I don't know what, send it to them, please. So once you have guiding words, you know where you want to end up, you know how to start. So some of these words are really interesting and very, very important. Some are bright, cheerful, joyful, vibrant, and some are relaxed, moody, calming, earthy. Very different words. This is our first step. Understanding this first step is going to help you get to where you're trying to get to much quicker and potentially a lot cheaper. In your budget, you can define where you want to spend money and where you don't want to spend money based on some choices. So I am a big fan of small steps, but you will get to where you are trying to get to a lot faster. And create a space that you love. We have 3 words that get thrown around a lot: moody, sophisticated, and zen. They each mean very different things to very different people. But this is sometimes where we start: a color palette, the words, and then some extended words on that. And so if someone says to me, I want a moody space, what does moody mean to you? Does it mean a wine bar? Does it mean a woodland moody? We are very different in different parts of the world also. Is it dramatic? Is it calm? Is it warm? Is it interesting? So you can see as you pick a word and then we expand on the words, we start to create almost like a vision, really. And that's where vision boards can come in handy when you start with like where you're trying to start from with words. As sophisticated, that comes up a lot with timeless and classic, but what does it mean to you? Is it sleek? Is it refined? Is it polished? Is it like museum-like? Now, in sophisticated, we also know that scale of items is really important to get it right. Art and texture is also really important here. And to be honest, if you want a sophisticated space, your budget is probably going to have to be a little bit stretchy in certain things to really nail it. Now, zen. We hear zen a lot, and some people are very like, doesn't it just mean minimal? Not necessarily, but yes, to some people. Zen can also mean calm, tranquil, peaceful, and relaxed, and of course have some harmony to the space. This is really important, I find, in spaces that have multiple people all trying to achieve something very different. Using words, pictures, colors is going to be your best friend as your starting point. Now look at these words. These words are fun, creative, and energizing. I love these colors. I love these words. They usually mean a children's space, a rumpus area, something motivating. It has warm tones. It's usually got really bright lighting. We are on the warm side of the color wheel. It could be a creative space, a workspace, a hobby space. It would also have art and texture. Energizing could really mean just a refresh, passionate space. So, as you can see, these 2 color palettes from a few different words can create a space that's very, very different and not necessarily everybody's cup of tea. But it's a really good starting point. You might be in the bottom line of both and be like, actually, I really like those tones. Or you might be like, oh, I like the moodier tones. And so that's where you can start to think about furniture, colors, because you know where you would actually like to be, and that is a moodier toned palette. So as you can see, further down the rabbit hole of words and colors and feelings can actually end up giving you where you want to achieve, what you want to achieve, and where you're trying to get to. Designing with intention and emotion can really be achieved a lot quicker when you know where you're trying to get to. So if there is multiple people, you need everyone on the same page also. So this sofa is very neutral. We have a neutral sofa, we have neutral flooring, we have a neutral wall. What really makes this is the textures and the colors of the decor. Take those things away, you could pop in a linen green throw and a round white cushion. Pop in some fresh flowers and that room will feel very different. Can you see where I'm going? I love talking about this stuff. It is one of my favorite things in the world. Figuring out exactly where you want to kind of end up using words will then dictate where we go next, and that will be in our color palette and our mood boards. So I will see you in the next one for that. Bye.